Mr. Noe, we are talking about NACs today, but I can't help myself. Attainment also impacts new source review permitting. It concerns me that industries trying to reduce emissions at their plant can potentially be punished in some cases under the Clean Air Act, which is why I've been working on H.R. 161, the New Source Review Permitting Improvement Act. Doesn't the current new source review permitting process make manufacturers think twice about building new projects or even improving current facilities?
Mr. Chairman, 100%. And thank you so much for your tireless work there.
Yeah.
I'm going to paraphrase a friend of mine and former EPA General Counsel Don Elliott, who said, the kindest things you can say about NSR is it's ineffective, slow, and it doesn't work. And those really are about the kindest things you can say about it, because it makes no sense that a program that's supposed to improve air quality blocks efforts to become more efficient and thereby lower emissions per ton of production. It's that simple.
Yeah. Is it economically efficient or environmentally friendly to require pollution control projects to go through the full NSR permitting process? And doesn't the current NSR regime actually discourage major sources from installing emission control equipment for fear of losing their current air permit?
100%. And Mr. Chairman, I just want to add, when you were kind enough to have a hearing back in February 2018, and I had the opportunity to testify, we had a whole bunch of examples from our industry alone about how NSR has had very damaging unintended effects. The intent was good. Let's make our air cleaner. We all support that. I think you've heard that already from not only all of you, this panel, but we got to be smart about how we do this. There's so much at stake if we're not smart in how we do it.
I appreciate that. And I had my examples too, but I won't go through them today. Mr. Whiteman, could you briefly explain the colored map, which has, we've got our fake Vanna here. Could you explain the colored map in your written testimony and that is enlarged behind me?
Will do. Thank you for the question. Yeah, so this map is a map of the counties in the U.S., and we modeled the air quality, non-attainment, and areas that would be in attainment. So if you look at the map, the green areas would be those that are in attainment. The red areas are those that are out of attainment, 428 counties that we project. EPA projected just 1/4 of that. And then the light red areas are those where there's not much headroom. There's not a lot of headroom to be able to build new facilities, or you bump into the standards. This is the first time that we've seen the Clean Air Act NACs program reduce emissions so low that the impacts are getting around background levels. So that's why we see such an extensive potential permitting gridlock across the country. And it's why we've raised so many concerns about the NACs standard. We all want to reshore manufacturing. We all want to provide the good paying jobs. And unfortunately, this looks like it's going to block a lot of those projects for coming back.
What are the real-world effects of a non-attainment designation for a county trying hard to land a big factory or a family manufacturer looking to expand their plant?
I'm sorry, sir, I missed.
That's all right. What are the real-world effects of a non-attainment designation for a county trying to land a big factory or even a family manufacturer looking to expand their existing facility?
It puts them through a lot of permitting and can be quite difficult. In fact, I was talking to somebody in the foundry industry yesterday from Wisconsin. They had a new greenfield facility that they wanted to build. They looked at 400 sites after they could meet their labor requirements. When they went on and considered the environmental requirements from the NACs, from ozone and PM, it narrowed it down to 8. And then when they looked at supply chain, energy access, and other things, they decided they just couldn't do the project because the NACs program and what's coming up is just going to be too stringent for them.
Couldn't do the project in the United States?
They shelved it.
Shelved it. And so when we're talking about those non-attainment areas, those are the ones that are currently red, correct? Dark red.
These are the ones that are projected to be out of attainment in the future.
All right. And then a lot of the pinkish red ones are close. So if you were trying to land a really big factory, that might tip you over the line as well.
That's right. We have an example in one of the reports that we wrote, even a wind facility in Colorado, CS Wind, the air permit they had to put together to follow EPA's requirements would increase the emissions in their area by 1.9 micrograms. They may not have been able to build their facility because even projects like that could be blocked.
All right, my time is up.